Hello and welcome back to another episode of Achronist. Just keeping it going. Hopefully we can wrap up this episode. That would be great. I don't really know if we can though, because I don't know what we need to do. But we need to do something with this, and we need to fix the timeline. I don't know how we do that, but we'll do it. We've unlocked all the other endings, I believe. We just need to do something here. And then, do we have any quests open? No, right? We did everything, right? Yeah, we did everything we needed to do. And now we need to... I don't know. Shut up. We need to figure out how to fix the timeline. And I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how. Well, I guess these things are wrong. Maybe we fix those. Cast iron well, it's not skippable, that's weird. It's a cast iron post box. It looks like the next collection isn't for a few hundred years. Oh, we can unlock it. You open the box and pour out the letter. Some of them used to have wax seals, but they all look broken. Do you want to read the letter? Sure. Dear Selma, darling sister, how delighted I am to be writing to you again. I care not even whether you answer this letter or any of my previous missives. The mere act of writing to you is joy enough for me. I know time is strange in your town, and in any case I expect you are still cavorting? I don't know, with your loving husband and are too busy for such trivialities as replies. Tell me, have you yet been blessed with children? My own belly has grown again and my confinement has begun, so I cannot visit. But the invitation remains open for you to return to our family and our village whenever you wish. Rest assured, you will be welcomed back to the household without reservation. Even cousin Reginald says he misses you, and he doesn't resent being cursed with eternal plague one bit. He himself would embrace you if he were not now forced to live quarantined at the bottom of a well. But I write to you in truth, because we are worried about the religious climate in your village. We know the witch-finding fervor of the new parish priest. Uncle Mordred knew him in his boyhood. They were at the seminary together. Apparently he was scheming and ambitious and obsessed with great heroisms. He believed they could earn forgiveness for great sins. Imagine the chill in my heart when I heard he was the new priest of Arderdale. As an Achronist, you may well be targeted, whether you practice or no. I'm sure witchcraft is a far smaller part of your life than your marriage, but one cannot be too careful. Who is she married to? Or was married to? Do we know that? I know you're not in the habit of writing, but we would appreciate a reply confirming your safety. These are troubled times. Your loving sister, Velma Achronist. Velma and Selma. Very good. You open the box and pour out the letters. Yes, the Selma letter number 2, please. Mistress Achronist. As instructed, I have kept away from you in all public places and have not spoken of your deed or even your name to any man or woman living. Weird capitalization. It's distracting. But I could not resist a letter, and you know dear Bessie can be trusted to keep my secrets when she scribes for me and pretties up my speech to put in writing. My separation from Richard was successful and now seems to be permanent. Okay, so we know who that is. I forgot her name. Since he performed that cantrip for me, he no longer attempts to enter my new sleeping quarters or workroom at the castle and, apparently, reports a terrible itch in his small clothes if ever he tries. I'm confident this will preserve our parting, and I'm unspeakably grateful for your help. The Reverend still comes around to harangue one or other of us about marriage vows, but happily he prefers harassing Richard, who he considers a greater fault, since husbands are supposed to reign in their wives' unchristian impulses. They have grown to quite dislike each other, and this is really weird to read because of the caps, I don't know why. They've grown to quite dislike each other, and I was delighted to note that the ecclesiastical court was unusually harsh with him when he was arrested for petty theft. Our current priest may not approve of witchery, but I hope you know there are many of us who appreciate what you do for this village, particularly for its women folk. I call to mind your assistance in relieving Bessie's mother of her womb fever, and your help during the birth of my daughter, who, but for your intervention, may have been another child of mine born sleeping. If I or Bessie are ever in a position to return the favor, I beg you to call on us and let us assist however we can. We wish you health and happiness. With gratitude, Ginger. Described by Bessie. Ginger, that's her name, right? So Selma is a good person. I'm glad we found her. Dear Mr. Achronist, I'm writing to invite you to attend the Friday confirmation service of our beloved Aurelia Torrington, daughter of our beloved Duke, protector of this parish. I would have delivered this invitation in person, but unfortunately every time I have tried to approach your cottage, I've been attacked by angry badgers before I could get near the door. This has happened every time, with machine-like regularity, and I fear it may be the result of magic uses in the village. This is why I hope you will also attend my service on the subject of identifying and neutralizing the threat of witchcraft in our community. I know you're not a habitual churchgoer, but new faces are always welcome at my sermons, and I have many instructional tips for single women on how to avoid sinful behaviors without the moderating presence of man. I hope to see you soon. Your priest and devoted friend, Reverend Remedio. Sure. 3 more to go. Simon. Simon the altar boy. The envelope is bulging, a letter and the pamphlet slide out. Dear beloved subscriber, we value your continued support of our sinful work. Enclosed is your pamphlet and the receipt of your order, as well as your complimentary cursed bookmark. Hail Lucifer. From all of us at Old Nick's Press. See Old Nick, Satan, Santa, all the same. The pamphlet is thick, maybe 100 pages of colorful illustrations. The title takes up the whole front cover. Selling your soul to Satan, or Santa, as we were. A quite interesting guide to joining the Dark Legion, now with easy step-by-step instruction booklets. You flip through it, but you don't think it's for you. Maybe if the apprenticeship business doesn't work out. You open the box and pull out the letters. Some of them used to have wax seals, but that I can't stop reading somehow. Chiswick. Respected Archdeacon Morency. Your Grace, I read your recent letter with great interest. Your vow of poverty does you credit. Far be it from me to criticize man of the church, for whom material deprivation is an honorable moral choice, and not a miserable condition thrust on one from birth. However, since I labor under the latter condition rather than the former, I beg your indulgence of any little sins I commit now and again for my survivor. Since you seem confused on this point, I feel I must clarify. Poverty is not in any way noble or desirable for one's spiritual health or tolerable in any way. Poverty is the strangling hand on the throat of a breathless child. It is not a benevolent teacher, nor an inconvenience to be patiently borne. It is urgent and desperate, and it kills when not fought with all available weapons. There is no shame in stealing bread to keep from starving, and prizing that hand from one's bruise-covered neck. Please do not misunderstand my respect for the church. I will ever be grateful for the assistance I received from Venerable Brother Chiswick's almsgiving program in my time of need. Without it, I have no doubt I would not be writing to you today. But as I aged into my manhood, it was deemed that I no longer belonged to that obscure collective, the deserving poor. I was old enough to work for bread, although my employment prospects had not changed. I did inform the church that my well-established reputation for vagrancy dissuaded many foremen from hiring me, and my lack of trade prevented me from going into business for myself. I appreciate that these realities are difficult to reconcile with the moralities of hallowed scripture. However, said scripture was written some 1500 years prior and is mainly concerned with the threat of Roman oppression and land deals between dead men. I do not blame it for not knowing how to deal with me. I know the church does not believe in social climbing, but for the above reasons I feel justified in doing whatever I must to raise my station from that of corpse to living man, and I will suffer the alienation of society if need be. Persons who encourage any response but bloody, unscrupulous resistance against the descending throttle hold of poverty have not experienced it themselves and do not deserve to dole out advice. Therefore, while I respect your attempts to convince me to reform myself, I must respectfully decline. I found I quite enjoy thieving and conning, though I suppose I would be open to any practical alternatives presented to me in good faith. Please do not take my incorrigible refusal too hard. I remain your devoted, if disobedient servant, Murther. It's a good letter. Letter to Remedio. Esteemed Reverend Remedio, this letter concerns the summons you recently sent me to appear before the church court on charges of adultery, public drunkenness, and some other tripe? I don't know. I did not read. I am delighted to say I will not be joining you. As a businessman, I work to accrue as much pleasure and prosperity as I can, to help with all others, and thus a happy man may avoid become lifelong crushed by misery because of one chance death or loss or other such emotional misfortune. As one made in the image of God, I strive to emulate his disinterest in mankind with my own small powers. That's a good way of thinking. Therefore I eat as I please, drink as I please, fight whom I please, and spend my time between the thighs of whomsoever I please. I would not even be writing this letter if it did not please me to write it. Case in point, as to the woman's husband, if he still desires, I pay him the reparative fund. I prithee, I don't know, that you tell him to come extract it from me himself. I remind him not only that I once punched a wolf upon the head, but that I struck its cord and ripped its haunch off for to barbecue without aid of knife. On that subject you are welcome to try and praise me in the stocks, but I am neither a scrumping outlaw boy, dizzy with hunger, nor a frail old medicine bench. You may find I give you more trouble than your usual defendants. Yours without penitence, Otis Levin. Finish reading. So I still don't know what we need to do. Are there other things we can do things with now that we are all powerful? I doubt it, right? No. So how do we fix the timeline? Who else could we talk to? What else could we do? You'll have to obey our robot overlords. Remember to install your assimilation neurochips by January or you will be sent to Gulag 9. Well, that's distressing. It is, you know. I agree there. I need to make a confession. I don't know what I'm confessing, but let's confess. Maybe he can help us. I don't think he can. What troubles you? Let's just confess. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. We've done a lot of bad stuff. Of what sins do you accuse yourself? I was not content with what I had. I sought after material things. I stole. I coveted wealth. I bought fine clothing. I was violent. I debauched myself at a party. I performed witchcraft. I allowed a child to be corrupted with witchcraft. I committed adultery. I stole the crown jewels. Oh yeah, we did that too. I enabled a murder. I destroyed the fabric of reality. Who did we murder? Oh, I guess Selma, I guess. That's murder, right? I mean, it's not really murder, right? Like in the eyes of the law, there was a trial. It wasn't a fair trial or anything, but by the standards of our time here, I don't think it was murder. And she's a witch. I mean, like that wasn't a false accusation, at least. I destroyed the fabric of reality. Yet that we did do. That is all, Father. So many sins, so young, but no sin is a lost cause in the eyes of the Lord. Say 11 Hail Marys, now go and sin no more. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's gonna help. William was here. Let's blackmail him. Did we do that before? I think we did, right? Yeah, no, we have. It's mermaids only down here. No feet allowed. Okay, that's sure. I still don't know what's he for? There has to be something you do with him, right? It's driving me crazy. Well, he's crazy too, so, you know. Is there anything else we can do with the outlaws? I don't know. I'll jump, I swear I'll do it. It has such soulful eyes. They speak of some great sadness, stoically born. Sure. Take it. I don't know. Why not? Maybe I can seal it back without anyone seeing. guess you have read that before because it skipped it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we do. It's too late to do the book thing and then not do it for the achievement. What are the other achievements we're missing? Drink the love potion, we could do that. We know how to do that. It's late, but you can do it. We need a present. Do we need a good present for that to work? I don't know if we do. We might. Let's just get the flower. Whatever. Oh, thank you heavens, a flushable toilet. It's in the middle of the woods and you have no idea how it's functioning, but you don't even care. I don't even care that Matt was with me either. Poor guy. We can take it now. We couldn't do that before. I always wanted to take it. Now we can take it. What do we do with it? What can we use a syringe with? What could we inject someone with? Maybe the weird potion? I have no idea. I doubt we can do that, but let's try. I'm not sure what we're doing here. Use it. You log onto the computer. There is only one program stored, called Vector X Workshop. You open it up. At first glance, it looks like a 3D modeling program. You open a recent file. It shows the schematic for a tractor. Wait, is it a 3D printer? The program claims to use carbon material to craft virtually anything you can imagine in 3 easy steps. Choose, buy, print. I wonder what else this thing makes. You try to browse the catalog. Great. Internet connection required. Search for nearby wireless networks. Only one appears. CK781C45703 Theodosia. Connect to it. Oh, wait, the password. It was... Was it this? Or this? No, it wasn't this. It was... something like that, though, right? Give up for now. Okay, but we have, yeah, that's definitely something we need to do with that. We need to 3D print something that isn't a tractor. I guess. Skip. I got you this. So much stuff. Let's not give her a frog. Oh, it's not a syringe. Don't know how she would like that. Probably not at all. Yeah, shut up, Matt. We need the password. Futility. That wasn't there before. So that has changed. I'm pretty sure it was something Theodosia with, like, maybe it wasn't, maybe I'm making that up. It just feels like that's what I had before. Futility with ones instead of eyes, okay. Actually, yeah, we could skip it, so it must have been that before. Alright, let's do the potion drinking, I guess, and then... truth, whatever. just skipping to get to the potion for the achievement. And then we'll restart the day, and we'll do the thing. Actually, yeah, it's just the one that's safe. Kind of want to try George, but at the same time I don't. Now she's calling us, and we go over there. I'll drink it. I don't mind. Take a goblet from her hand. Charity opens her mouth to speak, but he swallows them before she can stop you. The color drains from her face. That was the wrong. I was saving that for. It tastes warm and sweet, a bit like honey with basil. This is delicious. I've never had anything like this before. What is it? Charity's mouth is still open. She shakes her head as if to shake herself awake. Well, it's just a punch. I've not the faintest idea what it is. Do I look like the waitstaff to you? I must away. I think you might have offended her, Anne. You shrug. You're still eyeing the goblet. No means no, Matt. You gulp down the last of the drink. Hick. Your stomach churns. Arrgh. Anne? This punch is funny. Be glad you didn't have it. Hick. Charity? She turns around and you see her face, radiant in the soft light. You stumble towards her. Charity steps back, stammering. I'm not Charity. Charity is so funny and beautiful, even when she's running away. Where did she go? How did she get to that door? Miss? Yes, my love? You hold her chin in your hand, stroking her hairy face. Please let go of my beard. Her chin is as fluffy as a cloud, but it's so alluring. Thank you, but you're coming on a bit strong. And aren't I the most dazzling creature in the room, the most astounding? Yes, Charity, all of you are astounding. There's a lot of them. Charity's eyes are bright and sparkling. Her nose is so wet and cold. It twitches as she sniffs your face. She's so happy to see you. Woof woof. Charity licks your face. She's such a good girl. It's true. Do we have to take the ring off to get out of this? Did you fall over just now? The dewy grass prickles your back and neck. You look up at the clouds, burnt orange by the setting sun. They all look like Charity. You roll to the side and vomit something pink. It tastes kind of like honey. You're entranced by the twitch of Charity's lashes. Everything feels amazing and you love everyone. Aren't I beautiful, Anne? The light of the chandelier plays across her face. Beautiful, Anne. You are released from the shackles of ambition. The yearnings and deprivations that drove your past life seem insignificant now. You need just one thing to be happy. You need to chew her head. You take both her hands in yours and lean in. Charity pulls her hands away and slaps you. Your cheek tingles. Haha. She's so pretty when she's violent. Charity smiles, proffering you a laden tray. Care for another drink, miss? She's so thoughtful. You reach out to snuggle her in your arms. She yelps and tries to beat you back with her free hand. A voice rings out behind you. Madam, please don't cuddle the waitresses. The voice draws closer, muttering, Good Lord, they're starting early tonight. Another Charity tries to grip you by the shoulders, but you shake her off. You don't want to be gripped. You want to taste her hair. Madam, I need you to come away from the servants. Can I drink you? Sure, if you follow me. You do for a while, then get distracted by some flies. The moonlight shines on Charity's hair. Her smile is inviting. Her lips taste of cold, damp stone. A snail crawls down the side of her head. She doesn't move. Say I love you, Charity. I love you, Charity. Tell me again. I chove you, Larity. Oh man, this is good. But I think there's not much else we can do here. I think we've explored all our options, potentially. I think we've talked to all the charities that were here. Sure. So let's restart today, I guess. And did you get the achievement? Yes, we did. Okay. So now Let's go in here again. And let's 3D print something. What? I do not know. You're in. Welcome back, King Dick 333, because Richard, of course. Select a schematic. You scroll through the list of thousands of schematics, from playground equipment to car batteries, each show with their price. Schematics don't come cheap, apparently. One particular item catches your eye, a gold necklace. This is the necklace that my last model was describing. 24 karat, it even comes in the same velvet box. If I give Aurelia this gift, it might fix the inconsistencies in the timeline. Why would that fix the inconsistencies? But sure, whatever. Then maybe the world will go back to normal. You try to order the schematic, but it costs 5,000 gold. Richard only has 171 on his account. The computer prompts you to enter credit card details. Alright, we know where to get a credit card. Or maybe we don't. When does it appear? After we talk to him? Or just at a random time? Well, not a random time, but at some time in the future, I guess. Come with me, Matt. I don't know if I need you. Well, I need him, yeah, for to give the gift to Aurelia, I guess. I don't know how the. It's not at 11. Maybe it's at 12. Oh, she drops it after she shops, right? That makes sense. Yeah. Gold necklace, yes. Credit card. You type in Charity's credit card details and add 5,000 gold to the account. You add the schematic for the gold necklace. And print. While you wait, you look at the preview images. The thin gold chain looks so elegant and very expensive. What must it feel like to wear something like that? You fidget, trying to contain your excitement. This is your birthday present. This is the kind of life you're about to embark on. Gold necklaces, crystal chandeliers, designer bags, presidential suites. A beep from the computer shows you back to reality. Blast furnace out of carbon. Please replace oil cartridge. Is a blast furnace in this room? Wait, oil cartridge? Low on oil. Okay, where do we get oil? From the... I know we got oil, I don't know how we transport it. Because there are barrels in here. Examine. You unscrew the oil cap and peel the barrel with total darkness inside. First you think it might be empty, but you can smell the oil inside. You're not sure how to get it out of the barrel though, since the opening on top is so tiny. Try rocking the barrel over, or a few of them are tied together and the weight is too much. Okay. So what do we use to like siphon it out? We can't really. What can we take? There are not that many items we can actually take. I didn't want to examine it. Empty bottle. Can't take the empty bottle. Bags of grain. Maybe there's a new item somewhere that we haven't seen yet, like the credit card that was new. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. I'm trying to think. Maybe just some more of the wrong items, but I don't know. I don't know. The machine. This machine smells like coffee. Some of the digital display is working. Try button. Try some buttons. Most of the drinks are out of stock, but you managed to order a double espresso. Who even drinks espressos? I guess that's why nothing else is left. I do. I always drink espressos. You take the espresso with you. That seems useless though. Who are gonna give it to? Cabbages are still useless, I guess. Well, the syringe. Yeah, okay, the syringe for the oil. Okay. That's why you can pick it up now. Should have put that together sooner. It's already 5. It's pretty late already. I don't know if we'll have enough time. A kiss, that's all. I'm sure no one's ever gonna to hell over a kiss. Who's kissing who? Shut up. Take it. We don't want the flower this time, right? Well, let's take it too, because who knows? Just take everything we can take so we don't run out of things. It's already 6:30. It's very late already. Yeah, we won't make it to the bar now, so we're too late. Basically, we should restart it. I think, yeah. So the syringe first. Murder, what was he out for again? Was it something violent? Possibly. The syringe to get the oil, but we might need more than just a syringe. I don't know if that's enough to refill the thing, or if we need to use the syringe to put the oil into a bigger container and then move it. That's also still possible. I'm glad we didn't take Matt first this time, because now we can run by Selma's house without being interrupted, which seems very good. Do we take him now? I guess so. There's no credit card yet, but that's fine. Dip the end of the syringe into the barrel and draw the oil into the tube. Very good. When does she shop? At 12, maybe? I don't remember now. Yes, okay. Move. Move, 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 move. Good fast forward, but I don't wanna. Move! How long is he shopping for? 4 hours? Yeah, it's way too long. I hope that's everything. I don't know if it is though. You pour out the syringe and check the contents into the oil vat. It's not much, but it's enough to make the alert go away for now. You screw the oil cap back on and shut the oven door. That should do it. It should. Do I have to do it again? Alright. Gold necklace and print while you wait. Yes. The furnace roars into life and the room fills with buzzes and varying sounds. So the oven really is the 3D printer? Is it? You wait for the furnace to cool, then open the oven door. You can't believe it. There it is, the gold chain. Trembling, you pull out the necklace. It glistens in your hand. This must be the necklace Aurelia is supposed to receive for her birthday. You hold it up to your neck, but realize there's no mirror to see how it looks. The clasp is too fiddly anyhow. I guess I can wear it later. It's mine. Put the necklace in your bag and shut the oven door again. Okay, so yeah, that was the flower was in the box instead of the necklace, because we gifted her the flower instead of, yeah, okay. That's how the necklace fixes the timeline. Very good, very good. So now we just wait until 7. We have everything, right? Invitation, yeah. You can't not have it on this timeline. Which is very convenient. Oh, 706. Do we have to do everything after the necklace too? Like the whole talking to Aurelia bit? Or is it just we give her the necklace and then that's it? That's it. You push Matt forward and he offers her the necklace. She gasps, cradling it in her hands. Matt, this is beautiful. I don't know what to say. The ring on your finger glows with familiar heat. It grows hotter and hotter. You pull Matt in for a hug. He squirms. I'm gonna miss you, you brat. Hey. Wait, what do you mean? Where are you going? Have a good life. You pour the ring from your finger for the very last time. We've done it. The best timeline, question mark? So basically the Aurelia timeline just without everything breaking, which seems like an upgrade. Let's see if it actually is. Happy birthday, Anne. Mrs. Farmer, the housekeeper, stands over your bed with a tray of breakfast. It feels like we've barely seen you today. That's an understatement. You haven't gotten out of bed yet. You don't know if you can help it. She hands you the tray and you give her a weak smile. Come downstairs when you're feeling better, she chirps, ignoring your expression. She leaves the room. Your parents don't pay her to be your life coach. You look around. Your bedroom is enormous and filled with things you never dreamed you'd own. The mattress you're lying on is plump and soft. I don't like soft mattresses. You have a monogrammed laptop and a Persian rug. There's an honest-to-goodness chandelier hanging from the ceiling above you, which makes rainbows dance across the wall each time its crystals catch the lights. You have a gold-plated phone, so nude the model can't be bought in shops yet. What you don't have is feelings about anything, except a humdrum feeling of quiet despair squeezing the color from your world like a fist crushing a sponge. Your chest is tight. It feels like something strapped in there. When did you feel like this before? A wet afternoon in town, numbing cold, cardboard disintegrating in the rain. Is that a memory, or did you imagine that? You glance outside. It really is raining. You have a violent urge to move, to escape the reverie. Against your inclination, you roll out of bed and trail Mrs. Farmer down the stairs, suppressing your guilt about the untouched breakfast. Several other servants stop you to wish you their happy returns. You get a big hug from Mr. Murther, the groundskeeper from the Employment After Prison Foundation your parents support, and head chef Mrs. Levin coaxes a high five from you on returning from her break. Eventually you drudge into the family kitchen, which is a more intimate kitchen for just your family rather than the grand kitchen which the servants use to cater for guests. Dad's at the counter making tea while your mother flurs around the kitchen with a checklist. They both look delighted to see you. Hey, darling. Dad pours you into a hug. Enjoy your lazy morning? You know it, knowing your face betrays the truth. The pedestrians flee the street, cardboard in the rain. Nothing feels real. You sit curled up on the floor, knees to your chest, trying to will yourself to be happy. It is your birthday after all, and you have everything you've ever wanted. Your mother bounds up to you, tablet in hand, checking tasks off her list. Apparently the sample menu for the buffet has been approved, and the band has been checked into their hotel, but you can barely focus on her voice. It doesn't quite penetrate the fog in your head. Are you alright, sweetheart? I'm just making sure you know tonight's schedule. This bar is in your honor after all. I'm sure she's still waking up. Anne, you've got a busy night ahead. Why don't you open your present from your mom and me now? He nudges Mom and she hands you a package, tidily bound in soft gold wrapping. You open it, trying to dredge up some appropriate emotions. Numbing cold, rain on stone, no point in getting dry. You flip open the box inside and pull out a slinky gold chain, whisker thin, gleaming. It's a gold necklace, the most beautiful one you've ever seen. For the bar. Your grandmother gave it to me when I was about your age, for my wedding actually, but heaven knows I wouldn't wish that on you so young. Dad grabs her from behind and kisses her. You struggle with the clasp, wanting so much to appear grateful. You can't imagine what it must be worth. You look at Mom's hopeful smile, and guilt swells in your chest. She takes it from you and slips it around your neck. Doesn't she look stunning? She beams, turning you around to face your father, as always. He ruffles your hair like you're 6. But he looks down at your face with concern. Mom tuts. Anne, could you try to show a little more enthusiasm? No, Anne, you could try to show a little more enthusiasm. It's not a question. Not every girl is as fortunate as you are. You know she's right. If this isn't enough for me, if this doesn't make me okay, what will? Despair gives way to disquiet, then to real panic. Why can't you breathe in here? I think I'll take a walk to wake up a little bit before it starts. Good idea, perhaps that will help. Mom offers you a lift to the gates in her little electric cart, since your driveway is over a mile long and it will take a while to cross on foot. I prefer to walk though. The rain is icy and hard, the air stinging sharp. Discomfort is, at least, a feeling. Hey, was that it? No, I just misclicked. That was weird. It did... Wait, what? I don't know, it was weird. Did I click twice or something? Or, like, I don't know. You eventually reach the streets outside the castle, which are cold and damp. You wander casting your eyes over the shops and avoiding people you know, but one face in particular keeps spinning through your mind. A running man. A man in strange clothes with hunted eyes. The clink of metal hitting the streets. Then you spot him. He's huddled on the library steps, his chin on his knees, his feet in a fresh puddle. He looks damp and bedraggled and defeated by the world. His expression is one of exhausted disinterest. You suspect it mirrors your own. But when he looks at you, he does a double take. He jumps to his feet and points to you, and you step back in alarm. You're the girl by the steps. Steps, wet concrete steps, pedestrians fleeing the street, a running man. I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. The memories are stirring deep in the recesses of your mind, but you can't quite dredge them up. It's as if you're trying to remember another life. Who is this man? With painful slowness, you start to recall. A portrait in the ancestral gallery at home, looking out at you with the same eyes, fleeting impressions of a gravestone as scrawny boy. And your ring. There's a ring in your pocket. You've never seen it in your life before today, and you have no memory of receiving it. He sees you staring and clears his throat. Forgive me for not introducing myself. My name is Achronist. Achronist, not a common name these days. And then the memory of the ring washes in like the tide. Your mind feels clearer than it has in weeks. Achronist? You're an Achronist? Yes. Your mind whirs as the recollections seep in. You realize who this man is, and what it means if he's really still alive. You step forward as if in a dream and take his hand. Come back to the castle with me. Oh, it's always when when it changes, then it goes down, sure. Your parents are somewhat alarmed and the wet smelly stranger follows you through the door. Look at the wet smelly stranger. But years of etiquette drills at boarding school have made it nigh impossible for either one to snub a guest. And with him you seem more animated than you've been for a long time. Your father lends him a set of fresh clothes and your mother offers him a plateful of food, urging him to take more when he finishes. I must say I'm delighted by the accommodations. I did not imagine that my successors would be so fortunate. You tell him that you did not imagine that either. You don't get a chance to speak in private until the party. There are so many guests that nobody knows one more. Besides, everyone is too busy having fun. Your friends, the ones who didn't abandon you when the despair set in, they are there. The buffet is overflowing, the live acts of everyone in a frenzy, and you receive so many gifts that the second table has to be brought out to hold more. The familiar guilt soaks through you again as you stack the gifts without emotion. At least Mr. Achronist seems to enjoy himself. He turns out to be a charming conversationalist, and he attracts the attention of a horde of listeners as he talks about his service in both the Boer War and World War II. I don't know. Time is weird where I come from, it's hard to explain. You draw him off to a side room at the first opportunity and ask him about his time-traveling adventures. I received a magic ring from a village-wise woman some time ago. I wanted to know the future of my household, where I too apprentice my son met Junior outside the family business, but we quarreled over the price of a fortune-telling. Eventually she kicked me out of her cottage and threw this ring at my head, telling me to see for myself. Velma was always spiteful. I had an altercation with some of those, what did you call them, cars? That didn't end well. Perhaps I should have listened to the warnings about the ring. My neighbors were familiar with amulets of this kind. They are known to cause trouble. I was warned it could be tricky to operate. I didn't find it tricky, but you don't say anything. They said it would get more powerful the more it was used, and I knew it had previous owners. If utilized enough times, it might store magic enough to be capable of almost anything. Not just time travel, I could change the world, change myself, health, wealth, and happiness. With a little tinkering, who knew what it might do? Hand in your pocket, you squeeze the ring tight. How many times did you use that ring? How powerful must it be by now? As your excitement builds, the despair inside you starts to lift. You need to go back and find the bitch. Mr. Achronist is looking downcast. I should have known it would get too much for me to handle. I'm almost glad I lost it. But then he falters. He stares down at your restless hands. His eyes go wide. My ring! You have my ring! He's rambling with happiness and there's a glisten in his eyes. I can't believe you found it. My ring! Oh, that cursed ring. That's why you came looking for me, isn't it? You wish to return it to me, you blessed, noble girl. He takes you by the shoulders, the tears are flowing freely now. You clutch the ring more tightly in your fist. His face falls. Can you not return it to me? Your heart thumps, the hope rising inside you has met resistance. You could always go back now and give the ring to him later. If you could find him again, if you could remember he existed. A troubled-looking boy sits alone. You could put it on now, you could disappear into the past. He can't stop you. His face is gaunt and thin. He looks like he hasn't slept. You could... What was it that Summer said to you? Relearn how to do more than take from people who have things you want. Develop actual emotional investment in their happiness without being afraid of getting hurt. Can you trust her advice on anything? But you long to release this pressure from your chest. Put down roots here. Bond with your new parents. Try to care for your lifelong friends. Get those unfeelable feelings out at last. And you can't get Matt's face out of your head. With shaking hands, you slide the ring off your finger for the final time. He looks at the ring for a long time, then at you. You can't read his expression. You can stay a while if you want. We have plenty of spare rooms. You're the only person I could ever talk about this with. He inclines his head. That's a kind offer, Lady Anne, but I think I should be going. All I want to do is go home, see my son again, and live my life in the short temporal acre that the Lord marked out for me. He fastens his coat and straightens up. I'm ready. It was good to meet you, sir. He takes the ring and slides it slowly down his finger. Thank you, Anne, for all you've done. There's a flash in this swirl of dust. Mr. Achronist is gone. Do I have to click? These are really nice. And now the credits. Anachronist. Many happy returns. Developed by Daniel Carter and Hannah Froggatt. Maybe later games. Daniel Carter, Hannah Froggatt did the writing. And Dan did everything else except art, I guess. Camilla Inoa, Kilian Junk, maybe Björn Rötig. Dan Carter, Dan Giddens, Zoom Fast, Jamie Carter, Webmaster, Tools, Matt Pause, lots of playtesters. Do I know anyone? Clint Taylor, Nita is there in there too from the podcast. That isn't a thing anymore, I guess. I didn't even read what this is. Some contributors. There are some more names I recognize, but I didn't feel like shouting them out. Mortera van Heuvel Wester 4? What? What a name. What a name. Ville Vigou is always a pretty good name. However you actually say that. Oh man. Voice talent. Voice talent was really good for the trailer. Thanks to my family for their constant support and delicious roast dinners. To Nolive Clover for titles you play in every game. I'm in the credits. Yay! I made it. I'm officially in the credits of an indie game. Isn't that, you know, a lifelong dream? No, this is a really good game. And I had a really good time with it. It wasn't, the timing of the release wasn't great. And the crashes were really annoying. But outside of those issues, like, at the core, the game is great. I really enjoyed the story. The characters are good. The story is funny and interesting, and I don't know. It's just a really fun game to play. You have 2 achievements left, but I don't really want to do them now because this episode is already 50 minutes long. One is get rid of Bessie, and one is return to Alexander after completing and refusing a church apprenticeship. That one would be quick, I think. I don't know how we get rid of Bessie. Maybe if we just fight her instead of talking her down. Maybe we can just kill her then. But I don't know if we can like just kill her. Like she has the knife, so I don't know. I don't know if that is getting rid of her. It feels like it is though. And I'm sure there are more things I missed, like dialogue I haven't seen, and maybe even other Easter eggs I have not encountered. But I think we're just gonna call it here for the series, for the Let's Play. Yeah, I still think you should pick up this game. I mean, if you've watched this far, you're a little spoiled already. But, you know, it's a good game. You know, maybe just, I don't know, still buy it if you have extra money. Or wait for it to go on sale and buy it then. Just, you know, throw some money. Throw some money Dan's way. And, yeah. I think that's it. I think we're gonna leave it at that. It's a really good game. I like the art. I like the music. Like the graphics in game, you know, whatever. They're fine. They're perfectly fine. Obviously not the strong point of the game. But other than that, like mechanically and story wise, a very, very good experience. I have to write a review now. I've been putting it off because I hate writing reviews. I don't know why. Like I don't mind telling you my feelings, but like writing it down, I just sort of rewrite everything over and over and over and over again. I'm never satisfied. When I'm speaking, you know, like it's too late. Like I said it, you heard it. I can't undo it. But when I write it, I can just, you know, change it again and again and again. So that's my issue. That's why I don't like writing reviews, because it takes very long. Because I want them to be perfect. But that's it. Yeah, I'll keep playing everything that you release. I'll look at your weird Taper Manus game too. Once that goes into early access, I might not do it right away. I might do some other stuff. There are other things I need to do. I'm so far behind recording wise, it's not even funny. But yeah, that is it for Anachronist. Many happy returns. I hope all of you enjoyed. If you did, you know, leave some nice comments. I'm sure then maybe Daniel. I've never called you Dan before. I think I'm gonna start now. Is gonna read them. So yeah, that's it. I hope you have enjoyed. I have, and I'll see you soon with something new, something different, something that might not be all that new and different at all. It might be something old that's coming back after a long break. We'll see. But that's it for now. Have a good day. Bye-bye.